want you to think for a moment about how you make decisions. And the best way to do that is to just look at the decisions that you've made in the last couple of weeks. Now, these could be really big decisions like changing your career, but they could be really small decisions like, what am I going to eat today? And for the purposes of this message, I want to focus on the little decisions that we make. Those little incidental decisions. What do I wear today? Do I do my makeup or do I not do my makeup? What am I going to eat? Think about all those little decisions in your life. Now, park that for a moment and let's talk about our mood, right? Our mood goes in peaks and dips throughout the day and throughout the week. You know, sometimes we're feeling really positive, energetic, happy, excited. Sometimes we're feeling a little bit flat. Now, let's overlay the two. I want you to think about the decisions that you make when you're feeling flat. Those small everyday decisions, when you're coming from a place of negativity, you're coming from a place of anxiety, you're coming from a place of desperation, frustration, whatever it might be. If you're coming from a place of any of those negative emotions, look at the decisions you've made. Have you eaten well when you've come from that place of negativity? Have you dressed well when you've come from that place? So all the little decisions that you make when you come from a place of negativity, it is my experience that you don't make such good decisions. Why then do we allow ourselves to make really big decisions when we're coming from a place of negativity? Why then is it that we don't make all of our decisions coming from a base of positivity, coming from a place of I feel empowered, I'm in a good mood, I'm optimistic, I'm positive. When you make decisions from that base, what generally happens is you make better decisions. And don't we all want to live a life where we make better decisions? It's quite simple. I know I certainly do. So how do we effectively make sure that we are operating in a place of positivity more often than not? And it simply boils down to joy. Are we making a decision every single day to live our lives from a positive place, from a joyful place, from a place of enthusiasm, engagement, connection, optimism? Friends, it's a choice. I have seen it again and again and again when we become really intentional about living our lives from a positive place. Things change. And I would hazard a guess that it's because those little decisions that we make, what to eat, what to wear, where to go, who to see, those little decisions accrue into bigger decisions. So if we start with a base of positivity, optimism, we make better little decisions. Those little decisions roll up into big decisions. And ultimately, before you know it, you are living your best life. Why? Because you made the choice to live from a place of positivity. You made the choice to live from joy. So let's look at how you can incorporate joy into your life and thus make better decisions. There are 3 places that you can look for joy in your life: in your work, outside of your work, and in the mundane, in the whimsical. So in your work, think very quickly about the things that you do on a regular basis. What is the top thing that you do that you love doing in your work? How can you do more of that? How can you optimize that to create more joy? Because if you enjoy doing it, do more of it. It will create more joy. So that's the first one. The second one is outside of your work. How many of us, our lives simply revolve around work? We work, eat, sleep, repeat. Work, eat, sleep, repeat. So I want you to think for a moment about something you can do outside of work that's just for you. I'm not talking about Netflix, guys. Something that is just for you. Could you take a walk in nature? I would like for you to do it every day, but could you do it once a week? Could you go and watch a sunset? Could you go and spend time with loved ones? Doesn't that increase your sense of joy? Could you go and pet your kitten, whatever it might be? How can you incorporate more of those moments outside of work into your day-to-day life? And then the third area you can look at is the mundane, the whimsical. I'll give you an example. When last did you jump on a swing and just swing for the sheer joy of it? And you know what? We don't do that. Why? Because we've grown up and because we're so serious. And life doesn't have to be serious. I was coaching a client this week and he told me he drove past someone, an adult, who was sitting on a swing and swinging and looking like he was just loving life. And it made such an impression on this client that he told me about it. And it made such an impression on me that guess what I did the next day? I went and jumped on a swing on my way back from my morning walk. So where can you include a little sense of the whimsical? You know what? We know you're an adult. We know you've grown up. We know that life is serious. But for goodness sake, introduce some joy into your life, because the more joy you can inject into your life, the better your little decisions are going to be. And when your little decisions start being better, guess what's going to happen? Your big decisions will start becoming great and you will start living your best life. It's as simple as that. It really boils down to a decision. So my question is, are you going to make the decision to live with joy?